Hey there, Danny here. So I'm I'm about to shoot a video for a Marshall Bromley, and I'm just sharing you the behind the scenes of what it's like to light. So I basically have a very dark object I'm lighting, the speaker, but then I'm kind of light. So I'm probably going to change t-shirts for one, because this t-shirt is just so bright. Everything actually always looks better, usually from the opposite side. I'm always light perfectly for the wrong angle. Like this is actually a pretty good angle. You see, like you have your nice side light. This is just serving a little bit of fill, because if you didn't have this, it just wouldn't, like you can see my foot there. If I were to turn off this light, it would just, you need a little bit more light just to bring in some space on that. But this is basically what I'm gonna try and emulate, but at the other angle. So here I am going into frame. I'm just a little bright on my t-shirt. Lower down my light a little bit to bring that down. I can just do that with the f-stop. It's actually pretty close. And I'm pretty comfortable with this light. However, if you look at my head there, it's just like a rim light on my head as I want, and it's kind of on my left side. And I don't know, I just don't think it looks that good. So I'm actually gonna post a light up in the background here above everything to shine down on my other side to make it a little bit more apparent away from the key light. This big stick is called a varipole. Basically, when you actuate this knob, it loosens it, and then you can raise it up and down. And you can use this to post lights somewhere where you don't have a stand, or you can put it on the sides of walls. You're really supposed to support it with something underneath it when you do that. And then I also have a Cardellini clamp here, which is basically the end of a stand where you can attach a light. So I can hide it away from the camera. It'll be kind of obscured by this light. Okay, now I just gotta adjust it where it's aiming. All right, we'll see how it looks now. So as you can see, I've got it kind of pointed at the couch there. It should hit my head though, when I'm under the mic here. See, the light is a bit different on my right side, and it's not so much on the left side anymore, because we already have that key light here. We already had this key light kind of doing most of that work, and it was really just kind of cumbersome to add that to that side. So I think it looks good now. I think I'm happy with it. Also, I'm doing this all in manual exposure, by the way, because if the light were to change outside, it would be a disaster. And that's why I shoot a lot of things at night, is because I can control the light. Other things to think about, I'm not a great interior decorator, but try and do some set deck. Try and even out the playing field. Like, I have this dumb remote, get that out of the frame. It's not gonna hurt it, but it's just a little bit niceties. I probably also should have gotten rid of that junk on the desk behind me, because there's just more room for text that way if I do that. But, you know, when you're only by yourself, you miss things. Sometimes having an extra person vet your frame is very helpful. This is how I do my monitoring. I have a bigger monitor I can put on it, but honestly, I use this little tiny monitor. I'll record it to look at the lighting, and then when I'm actually recording, I use this tiny monitor. And the reason I use that tiny monitor is because if I use a big monitor, I'll start looking at it. I'll start like looking above the camera or wherever I've placed it, and I won't be looking at the lens, and so I won't be looking at the audience. And you will find yourself doing that. So honestly, when you're actually recording, it's probably better to hide that screen away from you. I've trained myself to use the small monitor so I don't look at it, but I can use it to see, for example, that my microphone's not in frame. So what I will do, this is a little trick I do to make sure my microphone's not in frame. You see my body there? I'll put like my hand right where the mic is. And so you see how my hand goes out of frame just a little bit? I know that the microphone's out of frame. There's a little trick there for you. Pretty much ready to record. I think everything's looking real nice. I don't know if that light's doing that much over there, the little fill I have on the wall, but yeah, it's fine. It looks like crap on camera here, but it looks really good on my manual exposure on my Sony right there. So yeah, so I'm gonna do this review. So this is how it's done. Hey there, Danny here. So I'm about to shoot a video for a Marshall Bromley, and I'm just sharing you the behind the scenes of what it's like to light a set where I'm doing a review. You don't have to light these. You don't have to do a bunch of cool audio stuff and record and have a camera, but I think I tend to perform better when I have produced my videos a little bit, so that's why I do it. Also, it's kind of fun. It's like a craft. So I'm going to share with you kind of how I did the lighting today, just so my 2 cents. So this is what the final product looks like. I'm sure compositionally there's a lot you could do to clean up the frame, but lighting wise, I'm clear, I sound good, and it looks good. That looking good is half the battle here to credibility. So anyways, thanks for watching. See ya.